What is going on, Cavs Nation and the Bomb Squad? This is Don the Bomb, and I am here for a very special 2024-2025 NBA Cleveland Cavaliers prediction video. Here in Cleveland, it's been a pretty sad few days. My beloved Cleveland Browns just yesterday dropped to 1-6. Quarterback Deshaun Watson tore his Achilles tendon and is out for the year. There's all kinds of, it's just the beginning of just one big crap show happening down with the Browns. So it's going to be just another season of just heartbreak and disappointment down there. More disappointment happened a few days ago as the New York Yankees eliminated the Cleveland Guardians from playoff action. So close, but yet so far. But what can you do when you can't compete with the big payrolls of all these teams like from New York and LA and everywhere else? Just can't do it. But those are videos for other days. But I just wanted to go over just all the heartbreak and disappointment going on in Cleveland lately. But as luck does have it, the NBA season is just a couple of days away. My Cleveland Cavaliers last year finished 48-34. They defeated the Orlando Magic in the first round of the playoffs last year, but then they were ousted by the eventual NBA champion Boston Celtics. Unfortunately, last year injuries played a big role in the Cavs' success. Even though it's very strange, but we had our best run last year when Darius Garland and Evan Mobley were both out. We were I think a stretch of 17 or 18-2. And take that stretch away, and we were playing basically 500 ball the rest of the way. So take that as it is. So I don't know what that means, but to me it means that we have some mismatched parts that maybe don't fit so well together. So I think this season is going to be a make or break year for Kobe Altman, the GM. He really, this offseason, one of the first things he did, he fired J.B. Bickerstaff and replaced him with Kenny Atkinson. Okay, J.B. kind of was, I guess, maybe the scapegoat there. We had some moves that could have been made to bring in help from other teams, free agents, whatnot, trades, and we really didn't do that. Big things, though, in the offseason, we did re-sign Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen to vet extensions. We re-signed Evan Mobley and Isaac Okoro, so we didn't really add anything from anywhere else. We just, I guess, re-signed our team. So at least we have some important pieces going forward. Donovan, I believe, is going to be here. This is his last year of his current contract, and he's here for another 2 years after that. So that was a big, relief to have Donovan sticking around at least for 3 seasons. Hopefully, this is going to be a big year, like I said, for a lot of people. Evan Mobley, hopefully he can step up his offensive game. I mean, he's already really, really good defensively. But once again, can we play with 2 non-shooting bigs? I think it's very important for Evan Mobley to be able to learn how to, make some of those open shots that he was missing last year. So if he could actually hit some open outside shots, it'll really spread the floor. It's just tough when you have 2 undersized guards that really aren't very great defensively, and then 2 big guys that really can't score. So, and Max Strus at the small forward position, that was our big free agent signing the year before. Well, I guess you could say before last season. And I mean, I like his scrappiness, but shooting at a 33 to 35% three-point clip, it's not what we needed. We needed someone that's, around a 40% three-point shot. Otherwise, what do we got with that starting lineup? I mean, it's very important that we have upgraded that small forward position. We didn't do it. There were probably trades that could have been made. I know Darius Garland's trade value after such a lackluster year last year kind of went down, and I don't think Kobe Altman wants to give up on his draft picks. So this is a big make or break year for the Cavaliers. So we'll see in a couple of days how it goes. I don't know. I think that our backcourt with Mitchell and Garland, the potential is there, but once again, what they can do offensively. And, Garland really needs to have a good year, because if he has back-to-back poor years, that's not good for his future outlook. And maybe trades will have to happen eventually. But for Kobe Altman to not make any key additions in the offseason, I guess he's just banking on the fact that maybe JB wasn't a good enough coach, and these injuries were, I guess, the two biggest reasons why we didn't have as much success as a lot of us hoped we would have. Now, don't get me wrong, 48-34 is a very good record despite all those injuries we have. But I think for anybody that watches the Cavaliers on a regular basis like I do, I mean, there's something missing there. And in my opinion, the starting five mismatched parts need to go better together, because after our starting lineup, our bench really isn't that good. And a year ago, people were saying how deep our bench was. I just don't see it. After Karis LeVert, there's nobody on our bench that can create their own shot very well, and either they're all average or below average. So it was very disappointing not to add any components to that bench and upgrade the small forward position. But Kobe Altman, they're going to roll with what we got. And, hey, we also re-signed Tristan Thompson as our backup center. Woo! I guess we couldn't find anyone better, right? So, hey, I like Tristan, but I liked him better 10 years ago, that's for sure. And, we just have a lack of shooting. And in today's NBA, you have to have shooting. And besides, Mitchell and Garland, who really can shoot on the team? That can, Sam Merrill, but he basically has to have picks set for him to have open looks, because he seems like he's pretty easy to guard if no one's setting picks for him. So if they neutralize Sam Merrill, there's really no one else that can shoot. It was a bad break that Armani Bates had his meniscus injury, because he might have saw some minutes, and I know some of you probably are, well, he's not going to be any good. Well, you never know. Our draft pick, Jalen Tyson, that's a guy, or Jaden Tyson, sorry. He's a guy that, he was drafted in the first round, and he was the only guy drafted in the first round that wasn't actually there in attendance. And a lot of the people on their, when they were doing the draft and Allen, oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? Where they predict the draft spots? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to talk about. Anyway, Jalen Tyson wasn't even picked by most people to be a first-round draft pick. A lot of them slotted him to be in the second round. So, mock draft. That's what I was thinking of. Mock draft. See, when I get that camera rolling, sometimes I just lose what I'm trying to say. Anyway, with the disappointment of the Browns and the Guardians, hopefully the Cavs can deliver this year. We'll see what happens. I think they revealed their new City Edition jerseys this year, which came out a couple of weeks ago, kind of leaked out. They're pretty cool light blue jerseys. I don't know if anyone has seen them, but they look pretty cool. So, I think the court is going to look like the jersey to reflect it like last year. But once again, ever since they changed the uniforms, it looks like they're shying away from the sword and the shield. To me, those are the things that make a Cavalier, right? So, where's our uniforms with a shield? Where's the sword? Fear the sword. We need the sword in the uniform somewhere. Come on. What are we doing? Anyway, we'll see what our team can do. I'm very disappointed we didn't add to our roster. So we're rolling in there thinking JB and the injuries were responsible. And maybe they were, but I don't know. Time will tell. And of course, I don't think we won a single game in preseason. So I know that really doesn't matter. Preseason doesn't matter, but to lose every single game, and the starters do play sometimes, but it also goes to show you that the bench and those guys in the G League aren't as good as other teams. At least that's in my opinion. So what do I think is going to happen this year? Well, injuries are a part of it, and I'm sure, we got lucky with injuries a couple of years ago. That gave us some success because the Big Four were basically unscathed, for the most part anyway. Garland's had his injuries and issues, which could have caused for his poor year last year. He needs to turn things around. This is a make-or-break year for him, for Mobley, for all these guys. If we have a subpar year, there's going to be some things going on. Kobe Altman's probably on the hot seat. I don't think Kenny Atkinson will be based on his, this is his first season as head coach. But a lot of the players, even Donovan Mitchell, they might not be around next year. And, it could be rebuild time if things go awry. So hopefully that's not the case. But my prediction for the 2024-2025 season is going to be it looks like the same as last year, in my opinion. I think we'll be 48-34. I think we'll finish around anywhere from 4th to 5th to maybe as far down as 6th in the Eastern Conference. I will say we'll probably, I hate to predict the playoffs, but I could see us winning a first-round matchup and losing in the second round once again. We just don't have the depth of these other powerful teams in the Eastern Conference like Boston and New York and Philadelphia, who's all added to their team from free agency trades, whatever. Orlando looks to be going to be tougher than last year, so I don't know. The Cavs I see around that anywhere from 4 to 6. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully there's no big injuries, because if someone important like Donovan Mitchell goes down, this season can go off the rails in a hurry, and hopefully that doesn't happen. But I say we'll go 48-34. We'll make the playoffs, hopefully get to the second round. I predict Donovan Mitchell will have another All-Star appearance. That's a real hot take, isn't it? I think Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are on the cusp of being all-star selections, depending on the years they have. And I just hope Darius Garland gets back to the Darius Garland that we saw a couple years ago, when he was the leader of the team. And, just got to cut down those turnovers. Just got to cut down the boneheaded plays. I just wish we would have added to the team. We need shooting in today's NBA. I don't think we address that issue. I think we're a subpar shooting team. Like I said, besides Karis LeVert, I really don't think the bench is very good overall, especially compared to other powerhouse team benches. There's some teams out there whose bench could actually beat some of the bottom tier NBA starting lineups. So we'll see what happens, but good luck to the Cavs this year. Hopefully they exceed my expectations and my predictions, because I'm for that. I like to be proven wrong if it's, a good thing. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I don't know if I added too much intellect to it or any high-quality analysis, but I know I probably slurred my speech and misspoke, so I apologize for that. But remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, and enable your notifications for your cellular device if you are interested in any more of my videos. And remember to ring that bell, and hopefully the season doesn't go in the downward trajectory. But if it does, just always remember these words: all that glitter isn't gold. And hopefully our Cleveland Cavaliers will be okay and be the NBA champions this season. Go Cavs!